Hello everyone, we are the Group 6 and our topic is about Corporate Social Responsibility or CSR. It's a business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, its stakeholders, and the public. So, ang kanay kunong Corporate Social Responsibility kay a responsibilidad sa katilingban kay tumong ni siya sa idea nga ang mga individual or ang mga organisasyon o institusyon adunay responsibilidad sa paglihok sa mga paagi nga makabenepisyo sa katilingban ba. So next is major ethical challenges in hospitality and tourism industry. Major ethical challenges refer to significant and complex moral dilemmas or issues that individuals, organizations, or societies may face. Unethical accounting, harassment, health and safety, technology, privacy, social media, and discrimination are the 5 primary types of ethical issues in the workplace. Ang corporate governance sad kay nagsusi kung giun sa pagtubag sa mga korporasyon ang mga problema sa mga pamatasan samtang gikonsiderar ang mga panginahanglanon sa ilang laing-laing mga stakeholder. So next is corporate governance and social responsibility. Kani siya kay nagsusi kung giunsa pagtubag ang mga korporasyon ang mga problema sa pamatasan samtang gi-consider ang mga panginahanglanon sa ilang lain-laing mga stakeholder. Nagkinahanglan sad kini og pagsabot sa social and responsibilidad sa negosyo sa tibuok kalibutan o palibot.
Issues in corporate governance system. A board of directors. A board of directors is an executive committee that jointly supervises the activities of an organization, which can be either a for-profit or non-profit organization, such as business. Members of company's board of directors assume legal responsibility for the firm's resources and decisions. Traditionally, board members were assumed to manage the corporate business. Shareholders and investors. Shareholder is a person, company, or institution that owns at least one share of company stock or in a mutual fund. Investor is a person or organization that provides capital with the expectation of earning a return on their investment. A shareholder is concerned with his or her ownership in publicly traded firms. A shareholder, particularly large institutions, once have become more active in articulating their positions with respect to a company's strategy and executive decision making. Internal control risk management. Internal control designed to provide reasonable assurance that an organization's objectives are met. Risk management is the process of identifying and assessing potential risks to the organization and implementing strategies to mitigate or manage those risks. And risk management is a process is used to anticipate and shield the organization from unnecessary or overwhelming circumstances, while ensuring that leadership is taking the appropriate steps to more than organization and its strategy ahead. Risk is always present within organizations, so executive must develop processes for remedying or managing its effects. Next is financial misconduct. Financial misconduct relates to activities such as fraud or dishonesty to the unlawful misuse of financial markets, financing terrorism, as well as handling or laundering stolen money. Before the 2008 financial crisis, the opportunity for misconduct in the arena of subprime lending was widespread. Next is the executive compensation. Executive compensation, also known as executive pay, refers to remuneration packages specifically designed for business leaders, senior management and executive level employees of a company. Next part is corporate governance around the world. Different countries follow varying corporate governance models, emphasizing the importance of either shareholders, as in the Anglo-American and Indian models, and multiple shareholders, as mandated in the continental Europe and Japanese models. Future of corporate governance presents exciting opportunities and challenges for board of directors, embracing technology, prioritizing and ESG factors, promoting board diversity, engaging with stakeholders, and enhancing transparency are key trends shaping the governance landscape. Business ethics. The nature of business ethics is to lay down strict guidelines on how company must be fair to its customers. Firms must sell good quality products and reasonable prices to their customers. Thank you.
The next one is the foundation of business ethics. All businesses has generally ethical principles like honesty, fairness, responsibility, and other values na makita sa business in order to have a good foundation. When we say ethics, di ba nakaibaw naman juta since high school o senior high anino nga ethics is defined as moral principles or defining what is right or wrong. So let's proceed to the ethical issues in business. The first one is the ethical issue. When we say ethical issue, it is a problem or situation arises in the workplace. Like for example, kanang sexual harassment. Dili jud na malikayan nga kanang naa sa usa ka business gani. So that is part of the ethical issue. The next one is the abusive or intimidating behavior. Like when we say abusive, anything that makes your kanang ganing imong workmate kay like makafeel nag-uncomfy sa imuha, like kanang for example like nagsige kag bugal-bugal sa iyaha niya, not knowing di ay kay na-intimidate na siya niya, abusive na kay ka nga sig bugal-bugal niya. So that's also part of ethical issue. The next one is lying. When we say lying, we all know jud nga lying is not telling the truth. So there are three general types of lying. The first one is white lies. When we say white lies, like kanang ganing dili ka ganahan nga makapasakit sa feeling sa tao. Like for example, in a workplace, imong ka workmate kay kanang nanghagad nimo og laag nya, imo na lang siya inana siya inya imong gingnan nga kanang dili lang ko kay na ko'y prior commitment. So in that case kay like maragay kag kanang namakak niya para lang dili sad kanang masakitan niya feelings ba, mura siya imong giayo-ayo na lang istorya ba. Then the next one is the lying by commission. Ang lying by commission kay like for example in a workplace pod kay kanang in a business kanang mga apply kag kanang usa ka company nya imong gikuha ang credentials sa lain tao para lang ganing mapunta ka sa higher position, mao na lying by commission. And next is the lying by omission. Like for example sad in a business kanang kaybaw ka nga imong business kay na bankrupt na, pero imong gistorya sa mga tao kay kanang wala na bankrupt kay imong nabayran ang mga taxes or kanang napadayon imong business. That's also called as self-interest ba, like kanang pagpamakak para in order kanang mahumot gihapon ang imuhang kanangan baron or ang business. And the next one is a conflict of interest. Like a conflict of interest is an individual must choose whether to advance his or her own interest. So like for example kay kanang instead nga like kanang for example sa business, instead nga kanang mo-hire ka og mga professionals just about ana nga position, but you choose to hire kanang sa imong mga relatives or family ra gani. That's also a conflict of interest. And next one is a fraud. When we say fraud, like kanang pagpanghawat or pagpanghilabot sa kanang dili imuha ba. So, or manipulating someone in order to gain in order to have a personal gain or interest. Like for example, kanang pagpangawat sa sa kanang sa imong workmate, or like kanang mga anomalya nga gibuhat within that business, or like operation sa business about sa money, mga ngana. The next one is the discrimination. We all know discrimination is very common jud no, nga kanang issue nga not only in a workplace but also in our kanang other organizations, or like sa mga regular nga tao, like sa ilahang discrimination by gender, discrimination by age, discrimination sa ilang kanang sexuality, or ilahang race, or ilahang kanang nationalities, traditions, culture, which is very common ba. So next, and other issues or ethical issue in a business kay kanang apart sa using technology, like kabaw biyata technology is very rampant na in our society ba, like nanay mga fake news no, mga kanang disinformation para lang madawat ang usa ka business, and also masud sa dira ang mga sabotage, defamation. That's also part of ethical issue ang kanang technology. So let's proceed for the understanding the ethical decision making process in a business. The first one is the individual factors. So when we say moral philosophies, it is a rules that all individuals must know what is right or wrong when in terms of decision making. So of course in a business kay when we kanang mag decision making ta, dapat kabaw jud taon sa sakto ug sayop no, kay para dili ma-fail ang usa ka business, dili sa kanang mapahimuslan, ma-take advantage sa uban sa mga competitors, manay kanang moral philosophies. Kabaw kaon sa right or wrong nga pamaagi. And next is the consequentialism. When we say consequentialism, it is a consequences when you kanang like for example when you do bad things inside sa workplace, di ba? Masud jud na ang kanang like for example makasa ka sa business sa business or sa imong ka workmates or sa workplace, like nanay mga consequences nga kanang madawat nimo. So example kay kanang you should agree kanang lying is wrong man jud, so you must accept the consequences after doing that or after lying. And sa consequentialism kananay under ang egoism. When we say egoism in a business, then in a business like for example nagkalisod sa work kanang regarding sa iyahang work nya, kanang imo naka-decide ka nga imong nagunawna ka nga ako ba ni siya tabangan sa or dili lang ko kay ma-absent niya akong position, man egoism, like kanang dili ka ganahan ba nga kanang you are thinking ba if isakto ba imong buhaton or dili, imo ba siya tabangan or dili, kay lagi imong ego kay kuon kanang ay ma-absent niya ko ana. The next is the utilitarianism. When we say utilitarianism, it is to maximize ba for the good of the business or to maximize for suffering. Like for example, ako may example jud ana no, kay kanang BRT sa Imol. Like kung imong naon ang nagpropose ana kay yang una kay maximize for the good para sa mga tao, sa mga jeepneys ana, but in other side ang mga tao kay like para nila kay maximize for suffering kay like due to heavy traffic during sa pagbuhat anang BRT. So that's utilitarianism. And next is the ethical formalism. It is a ethical formalism. It is a kanang moral judgment. Like for example, in a business, like kanang di ba ang fraud kay pagpangawat man no. Kita nimo dayon og kanang moral judgment paagi sa palitan ang usa ka kanang workmate nimo kay nag-fraud, then in that case ang manager baron sa business kay like kanang na siya consequence, so like iagi siya og kanang sa inyong rules and regulations, unsay sabot niya na or kanang law nga unsay pwede i-abide niya ana kay like nakasa man siya in a due process. Next is the justice theory. When we say justice theory, the social justice like sa kanang ang kanang social justice it is kanang equal treatment for everyone ba, like for example in a business kay kanang makadawat sila 13th month pay kay kuan kanang trabante ba na sila, so of course tanan jud ang makadawat ana kay sila man tanan employees. That's social justice and it's a justice theory. And also example sa dana kay kanang mga insurances, kanang mga insurance nga madawat sa mga employees.
Next topic is organizational ethics program. So from the word organization, usa ni siya ka grupo or usa ka community, an ethics program mo ni siya programa na i-implement sa usa ka organization para i-educate ang ilahang mga tao or for example, workers, employees nga para i-educate kung unsay mga policies, regulation, rules nga angay sundon kung sa usa ka organization. Next is the need for organizational ethics program. So ngano kuno kinahanglan sa usa ka organization kinahanglan nga i-implement ang ethics program. First is some people will always do things in their own self-interest. Yes. For example, na sa katrabahante, nga ang iyang from the word self-interest, unsay ganahan nato makabot sa atong kagalingon, kung ganahan nga mahitabo or unsa atong ganahan ma-expect sa atong kagalingon. So for example, na sa ka trabahante, so yung self-interest is ganahan siya mutas iyang posisyon. So tungod sa iyang self-interest, nakabuhat siya dili mao. Ibutang ta lang nanguha siya og credits sa ubang tao. Nanguha siya og reports, nangawat siya og reports niya mao yung i-present sa iyang boss niya na approval. Yan nahibaw-an sa boss na dili dito iyang work ikan dito sa iyang kauban niya nanguha ra siya. So kana mo na siya good example nga kailangan kuno ang ethics program i-implement siya sa ka organization. Kaya ano, from kung makabuhat og bati ang imuhang employee, okay, naman ay mga kanang sanay ka ng consequence if makabuhat og unethical behavior like ma-detention ba siya, ma-suspension ba siya, o nga na. Next is pressure to succeed can create opportunities that reward unethical behavior. So kaning ko ang pressure bisag asa ta sa eskwelahan ta makaping man ta pressure. Samot na akong sa trabaho ng competitive environment kay ka nagtrabaho. So sa imong ka pressure nakabuhat ka og bati. For example, nanaot ka sa imong isip ka workmates kay para lang ikituuhan sa imong boss. So it's a big no-no nga na unethical behavior naman na siya tungod sa imong ka pressure. Nagwatwat istoryang bati sa imong kuan. So kana it's not good an example. Next is recent corporate ethics crisis have destroyed the public trust. Yes, kung naay imong company bati og image, nakapan og bad feedback sa mga public, makaguba jud na siya og customer trust sa imong company. So mawad-an ka og kanang market malo imong market, gamay imong sales. So number one is consumers want CEOs that demonstrate trust as a priority. So kita as a consumer, as a buyer, di ba, nagkuan man jud ta kanang nag-wants man jud ta og usa ka kampanya nga trusted ilang product. Next is companies must meet the public demands for ethical decision making. So next is letter D. There are two basic approaches to control in an ethics program. So naay duha ka klaseng-klaseng nga approaches kung saan pag-control ng ethics program. First is a compliance orientation creates order by requiring that employees identify with and commit to specific required conduct. So it uses legal terms, statutes, and contracts that teach employees the rules and penalties for non-compliance. The second one is the values orientation, which strives to develop shared values, although penalties are attached. The focus is more on an abstract core of ideals such as respect and responsibility. So duha ka two approaches on control in ethics program. First is compliance orientation and the second one is values orientation. So ato ni sila i-compare unsay mga differentiate ani. So when we say compliance orientation, mo ni siya it uses legal terms, legal papers, nagbuhat og kada specific rules, specific conducts, specific guidelines na isuwat sa papel kung unsay mga bawal nga buhaton sa usa ka kung naa ka sa trabaho, unsay mga rules nila, unsay mga bawal. So mo nang compliance orientation. So sa other hand, values orientation, mo ni siya ang nag-focus ra gani og shared values. Next is codes of conduct. Most companies begin the process of establishing an organizational compliance programs by developing codes of conduct or also called code of ethics, which are formal statements that describe what an organization expects of its employees. So kana sabot-tabo na siya guys nga usa ka company kailangan jud magbuhat og code of ethics i-develop nila um, into applicable circumstances na mahitabo sa usa ka trabahoan and kailangan na required na sa usa ka company nga naa jud sila code of conduct para i-educate nila ang mga tao para ma-aware ang tao nila ang mga trabahante nila kung unsay bawal o unsay dili bawal sa usa ka trabaho. Is a code of conduct has to reflect the board of directors and seniors management desire for ethical climate. Yes, if ang usa ka company nakabuhat na og code of conduct, kailangan pa nila nga i-reflect ko nila sa board directors and senior management. Like, kailangan pa gani i-approve kung ako na ba, o unsa pa'y kuwang, basi na pa sila i-add on, or naa pa i-adjust gani. Next is core values of corporate codes of conduct. Corporate codes of ethics often have 5 to 7 core values that are suggested as desirable, which include trustworthiness, respect, responsibilities, fairness, caring, and citizenship. So, kaning code of conduct, naasan sila 5 to 7 core values, di ba? Naasan natin, sa eskwelahan na po tayo core of values, sa trabaho, nasa core of values, which is trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. So, sa katrabaho, kailangan ka ng trustworthiness ta, katuuhan ta, respect sa mong isig katrabaho, sa imong boss, sa imong workmates, responsibility, kaya ba ka unsay responsible nimo diha in unsay mga tilang trabahoon. Fairness, dapat fair treatment in every person. Bisag low pa na siya of ranking, so kailangan jud mo fair o treatment jud ka na nila. So caring, so kaning caring guys, kay once na mo feel ka o care sa imong first sa imong kauban, so it means na respect pud ka sa ilaha. The citizenship and it requires kung unsay kanang kani asa sila nagikan, so pareha gyapon sa respect rin gapon ka. Next, ethics officer. So, organizational ethics program must also have an oversight by a high-ranking person in the organization, or typically called an ethics officer, known to respect legal and ethical standard. So, kaning ethics officer guys, mauni sila ang mo maintain sa usa ka ethical standards sa usa ka organization. So, ethics officer have many responsibilities. So, mo ning mga responsibility or mo yung mga pambuhaton sa ethics officer. Like, sila mo provide og mga kanang confidential services, for example na kay report or na kay personal matter, so ana na sila mo kuan ana ka mo duol or kanang sa ethics officer na sila punay kanang ang ethics officer mo na sila mo tubag kung unsay mga problema nimo nga na-encounter nimo sa trabaho. Yeah, for example kanang sila punay for example nakasuri ka sexual harassment sa imong katrabahante, so kana nga situation ana ka moduol nila, ana ka mosumbong kung nay mga unethical behavior nga nahitabo sa imong trabaho, so diha ka mo approach nila, ana ka mga iuban tabang nila. Next is ethics officer develop and distribute a code of conduct and investigate or take action on violation of the code, advise employees, meet with high level managers and executives to ensure support for the program and to guarantee compliance with governmental regulation. Yes, ethics officer mo sila mo investigate, sila mo hatag og action if na ay nahitabo nga unethical behavior sa usa ka workplace. Sila mo hatag og violation sa usa ka employee nga nakabuhat og dili mao. Sila mo advise sa ilang sa mga trabahante nila kung unsa kana bawal na mi sayop na imong gibuhat, so mo na sila mo advise and sila mo execute o hatag og suporta sa ilang in order to maintain the good environmental work. B, the Ethics and Compliance Officer Association or ICOA, mo na siya ang usa ka organization nga mga ethics officer ni sila. So mo na sila mag-manage sa ethics program. Ethics officers nga it's more than 1,200 members. So mo na sila mo provide programs para mo assist sa mga members sa usa ka organization. Next is ethics training and communication. So an organization compliance program that requires instituting an ethics training program and communication system to educate employees about the firm and ethical standards. So yes, kaning ethics training guys, kailangan jud na siya i-implement sa usa ka company para kuno ma-educate ang ilang mga trabahante and para ma-enhance ang ilang communication skills in terms of kanang unsaon nila paghalubilo sa ilang ka-workmates, paghalubilo sa ilang mga customer or sa ilang mga boss. The benefits for employees of ethics training and communication. So, mao ni mga benepisyo kung ang ilang employees nag-undergo sa ethics training and communication. First is making employees aware of available resources, support systems, and people who can be of assistance in ethical and legal matters. So, ang imuhang employees ma-undergo na og kanang ang training, so mas ma-aware sila og unsay lahang So mas ma-aware sila kung sa mga available resources nila, kung sa support system sa ilang trabaho, siya uy kani dili ni mao, uy kani kay kana bawal din na siya, ma-aware sila kung sa mga nahitabo sa in terms of their workplace. Next is empowering employees to ask tough questions and make ethical decisions. Yes, kita nga mga employees, mga trabahanti, na sa tay rights nga mangutana sa ilaha unsay mga kanang for example, ikaw na kay concern sa imong workplace nga kasuway kag abuse. So kana pwede ka mo adto sa kana sa mga aware na ka ba nga na abuse naman ko sa akong amo di naman ni maayo. So kana pwede nakakuha na ka anang sayop man ni so kailangan mo duol ko anang reklamo ko. So kana nga situation sa good example na siya. Ang effectiveness naman sa ethics training magdepende ra jud sa pagsabot sa mga trabahante. Kung ano na siya gi-implement, ano na siya gi-conduct nila, ano sa nang dapat it can fit in organization, hindi lang sila pwede magkuhan ka og kanang ethics or code of conduct niya dili day align sa imong organization. Next is managers of all department must be involved. Yes, dili ra ang workers, appeal sa ang mga managers, mga dagkong nga position kay it's unfair man sa kung employees ra ang mga workers ra so kailangan appeal sila ang mga dagkong nga ranggo. Next is ethics training should be related to actual situation that employees may experience. Yes, magkuhan kag ethics training kailangan sila siya relate sa real situation or actual situation nga mahitabo sa usa ka workplace. For example, kasuway naka-experience kag sexual harassment sa inyong trabaho. So kana na siya kanang policy na kana dili na siya pwede ana. So kanang ethics training dapat jud nga relate siya sa real situation na pwede mahitabo sa katrabaho. Ano ka pwede magpataka o magbuhat ka kung conduct ni like naghimo ka kung conduct na nang aura nga mo ana ang mata kay kana bawal na yung ana. So kana dili na siya mailasing tan-aw ra ka ana. May ang din kag kuan. So kana gas na siya pwede nga. So kana dili na siya pwede. So dapat ang it should be related to actual situation. Next is behavioral simulation is a relatively new training device. Refresher training can be offered to ensure employees continuing business ethics expertise. Next is the goal of ethics training is to ensure that employee is recognizes when a situation requires an ethical decision making. Yes, so makabaon na ta sa rules, policy, or regulation, ang employee maka-recognize na ganila naman isang kanang policy o mabawal ni so kana makakano siya nga maka ethical decision making na siya uy kani bawal din ni ang ibuhaton sa kana wala na siya good of recognizes when a situation number 2 is understand the values and culture of organization. So and yes, we have to understand kung unsay values unsay culture sa imong apilan nga organization kay para maka-aware ka ma-adjust ka unsay mga sayop unsay bawal nga buhaton. Next is able to evaluate the impact of ethical decision on the company. Yes, kailangan tamo evaluate atong self-decision if kung maka-apekto ba ni siya sa company or makadaot ba ni sa company o dili ra ba sa imuha. So kailangan unahon sa ganin nato atong mga decision lagi iba kani kung ano mawaton ko sa among company dili ba ni mabad record ng company ana gani. Yes, kana mo ni siya evaluate the impact of ethical decision in the company.
Establishing system to monitor and enforce ethical standard. A. An effective ethics program uses a variety of sources to monitor ethical conduct. Kaan. They have program gi-monitor nila to conduct the more sources. 1. Ethical compliance can be measured through audience, survey reporting, gi-survey nila, ilang gi-audit or like ilang gi-survey na gi-report nila pila ang ana second. An ethics assistance line or ethics helpline like nag-assist sila sa ethics or gitabangan nila through helpline. 3. Observation and feedback can be used to determine the ethical performance of a person. nag-observe sila, then nag-feedback pud sila unsa ang performance sa person. Letter B. Whistling blowing is a consequence of company missing ethical program or ethic capability to respond to ethical concern. Naay program of capability or response sa ilang mga concern or mga company nga like kanang missing sa ilahang mga programs na need nila ikuan capability or ito respond sa unsa pa mga concern. Next, continuous improvement of ethics program. A. Implementation of ethics program means that design of activities to achieve organizational. It means kanang naay program like more on activities siya, then ilang design like organize sila, gitarong nila dere dapit ana dere nag-organize sila asa ang kuan to achieve objectives using available resources and given existing concentrates. B. The structure of the decision-making process, centralized viruses, decentralized, can influence whether the discussion made are ethical. Nagbuhat the structure, nag-make sila decision, nag-process sila to centralize, ilang gi-centralize or nasa tanga or naay mga daghan influence or napay mga decision. Sunod, implementing organizational ethics program. Sa A, the role of leadership. 1. Leadership influence the acceptance and adherence to organizational norms and values. Transformational leadership, transformation. Leaders have a stronger influence on building an ethical culture because they consider employees' needs and aspiration. Saan? Sa A, kanang naadari ang role of leadership. Dapat ang leadership ang naa sila mahatag nga influence sa employee, then ma-adapt po nila ang values like respect, and leader have stronger and building kanang magtinabangay sila employees to leader kanang maka-inspire po sa sa leadership or sa employee. B. Transactional leadership. Transactional leader produce employees who achieve a Negenuity level of required ethical performance because the interaction between leader and employee is more important than ethical concern. This type of leadership is effective when quick change in the ethical climate are required. So, sa B, sa transactional leadership is nadari ang employee nga gusto mo achieve, then ipakita nila ilang performance to become a leader to interaction. Then if na sila yung mga concern, for example employee ka, din kanang na kay ma-suggest sa uban, din naman to the higher na ma-promote maka sa manager, like assistant manager or kanang like climate change. B, leader influence corporate culture, kanang magtinabangay one, the accountability and responsibility for the success of ethical programs lie in the hands of